Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, Patu, and welcome back to another episode of the Plush Living Decks. If you guys are new, the Plush Living Decks is me trying to get a Pokemon plush out of every single Pokemon, which if you can't tell by that very full box, we are getting closer and closer by each episode. And we have two brand new ones I'm super excited to show off, two of which are from Unova. These guys are awesome. One of them I got from eBay, the other one I actually got at Collecticon, so that was really cool to see. I'm actually going to throw some Collecticon clips at the very end, just kind of showing off everything that I got. If you want to view that, feel free to. It's going to be at the end of the video, so if you're just here for the plushie content, awesome. If you're here for like cards and collectibles and stuff, then awesome. That'll be at the end too. But without further ado, I do want to start off with the one that I got from eBay. Out of the two, this is probably the most unique one because I got this guy for pretty cheap. It was a bid on eBay. I love doing the bids, which if you guys are plush collectors, I highly suggest you search up for the Pokemon you're looking for a plush for, whether that be Joltik or the Pokemon that I'm actually going to show off, and just seeing if they have any bids for them, because this guy, I think I only got for about $10, which for the price that it is and the old it is, and it actually has a tag, that's not too bad. That Pokemon, of course, being Zoroark. I thought the Zoroark was going to be a Pokédoll. It is not a Pokédoll. From what I can tell, the main way I can see is that it just says Poke Plush on here, or Plush right there. Usually, I believe the tags would have Pokédoll or specifying that it is a doll, especially back in 2011 whenever they still had the specialized tags, which I really miss. I really miss these old school tags. And whenever I started collecting, they had these kind of tags for Pokemon Center. But now they just don't. They got those lazy tags, and it's just very annoying. But yes, we do have Zoroark, and with that, we have now completed our, at least Unovan Zorua portion of the living decks. We still gotta get Hisuian Zoroark, which maybe that'll be one I grab in the future. We already have Hisuian Zorua, and we got a lot of regular Zoruas, so that works perfect. But I am super happy to have this adorable little plushie in the collection. Like I said, it is not a Pokédoll, however, it definitely resembles one for the most part. The coloration in this is so beautiful too. It has a very ash gray kind of coloring to it, which I really like. Usually it's going to be like that darker purple or sometimes even black is how they're resembled whenever it comes to Zoroark. But for this ash gray, I'm really a fan of the coloration. This is such a cute coloration. Oh, he's blushing from it. And speaking of the blush, they have the little mouth parts right here. We have that. And then the hair part is honestly pretty soft. It's different stuffing than you would have in the actual body, which I'm actually pretty impressed with that. This is before they started doing any print on fabric. Fabric like that is kind of recent to what it is now. About what, the 2015s and up is probably whenever they started doing some more of the printed fabric. That's just kind of an estimate or a hunch on my side. I don't know for sure exactly when. I know the earliest one that I could think of that did that was probably the Mystery Dungeons Kecleon, which I have in my collection. The purple one, because of course I gotta have the purple one with me. But I do think that it's still pretty decent to see that some of these guys do not have any of that printed on fabric, mainly because I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's okay looking, but for the most part, seeing the actual fabric they put on, like the extra felt they put on here, or the sewing they add onto there, definitely a higher term of quality in my opinion. Like, I believe if they were to do this right now, they would probably have the purple part just being a part of the, like, whole system of the hair. It would just be printed on fabric, which, they got it printed on nowhere, actually. They only got the sewing on there for the felt, so I'm definitely happy with that. And then some of the other stuff, they, of course, just sew on like that. Like, the eyes look beautiful. That blue coloration in the eyes, and along with the red. Whew, beautiful, very nice. But this is definitely a really nice plush to add to the collection. I highly recommend it if you guys end up finding one. Here is the tag from Pokemon Center. It is from 2011. Super happy, like I said, to get a Zoroark not only added to my collection, but to actually have one this unique and this old. It took me a while to really get into grabbing one of those, because the main reason I never grabbed the Zoroark in the past is because all the ones they had were either a little small or the fact they were different brands than the one I liked. It took me a little while to get out of the idea that I should probably start just getting one type of brand, which is just not going to be able to, especially if you try to get the bigger ones, all of them as huge, all of them as regular size. If I want one as Jazzwares size, I'm not going to be able to find a Joltik as Jazzwares size, even though they kind of do have that's probably not a good example. They have a good variety of Joltix, but just some other random Pokemon, it'd be so much harder to actually get a regular plush of it. That's why I started getting used to like my Lapras Pokédoll and stuff like that. They started growing me, and now they're just nice parts of the collection. As for my second one that I actually got to add to the collection, this one I got from Collecticon. It is from Japan, so that's why it was a little bit more expensive than I was hoping to spend. It was $25, which at that point I probably should have just spent the extra $5 to get one from Alola that they had at some other places. But we have Braviary. And the main reason I was kind of like, this would be a cool one is possibly for the black plush lock. However, looking back on it after that, I've already filmed all of the video portions for it, which will be coming out through the next like month or two. We don't have Braviary or Rufflet in the actual game, and there's nobody to trade, so we weren't going to be able to use one even if we wanted to. That sucks, but it's okay. It happens. It's cool. It does not matter too much, but this guy is so freaking adorable still, and at least I am able to finish my collection off for this evolution line, barring, of course, Hisuian Braviary, which I would love to get in the future. We'll just have to see with that one. But this guy is so freaking cute. It's so cool going from like one of the older Pokemon plushies from Unova to one of the most recent ones in the Sitting Cutie line. And this guy, like I said, absolutely adorable. The only parts that I'm kind of about is the face sewing on that. Yeah, Sitting Cuties is one of those things that has kind of issues with how good they'll either will or won't look, and sadly this one isn't the best looking one. That's okay, it happens from time to time. At least I got a Braviary in my collection now, so that's always really cool to see. But this guy is so adorable. I was doing little poses with him. He could hug himself. He could say hello. He could do a little dance if he wanted to. This guy is so freaking adorable. And I'm happy to have it in my collection officially. I love Braviary so much. I actually named mine. It used to be called McCree. I guess now I got to kind of change it to Cassidy after everything. If you guys know about McCree or Cassidy, please let me know in the description below. Yeah, that's honestly, that's the best name I could kind of think of to come up with. So we have, of course, I guess Cassidy, the Braviary, officially added to our collection. And then one more thing I want to show off is the Pokemon Fit tag. That is a really beautiful tag, and it's pink too. I love these pink tags. I love the colorations they picked for them. So the fact that we got a pink one with a new Pokemon, definitely an awesome thing to have. But yeah, guys, that is it for at least this portion of the video. Like I said, I'm going to throw some other clips from a little bit ago during the TCG stuff that we had going on. If you want to take a look at not only those plushies again, however, some of the other stuff that I actually got, which honestly, some of the stuff I got was really cool, especially if you're a Unova fan. You guys will love it. But with that, I'm going to head out, at least for this part. I will see you guys next time with a brand new episode. Peace out. Everybody, we are back, and Amanda's actually over there charting out her new cards and some of her older ones. I just kind of want to show off the stuff that I got. I didn't really get too many interesting things, especially for the actual Unova collection. I ended up actually ordering one of the Pikachus online for just a few bucks. It's just awesome. I just gotta wait on that. But I want to show off some of the stuff that I got really quick from Collecticon. And Ace is yelling at the moment. So this is it for Collecticon, but I got it recently. Here is the Pokemon Center, I believe, Pokédoll of Zoroark. Super cute. I just got it, I think, on eBay on auction, so that was really nice to get. The plush that we actually got from the Collecticon is going to be Braviary. Such a beautiful little sitting cutie. I wish I was playing white version, because then I could have used a actual Braviary on my team during the Elite Four for the plush lock. That would have been so cool, but it's okay. The big boy, I'm super excited to open. I was thinking about doing a video of it, but I don't think I am, just because I am super excited to open it, is going to be this Black Bolt set. I'm probably going to open this with Amanda literally in a few minutes after this video portion is done. Super excited to open this bad boy up. I'll probably show the things that I get off a little bit later. And then in this little binder, I do have some other stuff that I was able to get. I have, of course, what I showed you, that mascot Oshawott card for 70 bucks, but I got it for 60. That was cool because I didn't actually pay any real money. I actually traded some of my old cards, and I only traded like, I think 3 or 4 cards for that 70 bucks, so it's not too bad. Another thing that I got, which is really awesome, is this Pokemon Black and White preview pack for 30 bucks. A really nice one. Another one that I got just spending money from cards that I actually traded in or sold, I guess, if it wasn't actually from that same place. So really cool to have. This will probably be somewhere in the background in the foreseeable future. it's going to be awesome to do. And then finally, the one that doesn't really matter too much, I think I actually got it in the right place, is going to be Team Magma's Mariana. I got that guy for $5, so I mean, I guess that's okay. I don't know how much it's going for right now. Still on the hunt for that Mariana card set, but hopefully we'll grab something in the future. But yeah, so that was what I got from Collect-A-Con. That doesn't really count too much for the video since we didn't find anything black and white related, but still really cool to have.